I'd be lying if I said that the Starbucks lemon loaf wasn't one of my favorite morning snacks, but this year we're balling on a budget, so let me show you how to make it even better at home. To a bowl, add a cup of sugar and the zest of 2 lemons. Using your fingers, rub together the sugar and the zest. This helps release the oil in the zest and infuse our sugar so that we get a really lemony flavor. Next, add in half a cup of melted butter. Give this a good mix before we add in a good splash of vanilla and then 2 eggs at room temperature. Beat this for about 2 to 3 minutes or until it becomes nice and light and airy, and then add in the juice of 1 lemon and half a cup of sour cream and give that a good mix. Once well mixed, add in a 1 3/4 cup of flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and then a good pinch of salt. Then we just mix this all in, folding it in, David, making sure not to overmix our batter. Pour your batter into a well-oiled or parchment-lined loaf pan. I like using parchment paper just because it's easier to pull out our loaf once it's done baking. Make sure the batter is evenly smoothed out in the loaf pan before placing it in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. Totally optional, but I'm going to brush on a mixture of lemon juice and sugar here and then set this aside to cool. Now onto the icing, which is super easy. I use about 2 to 2½ cups of powdered sugar, the juice of a lemon, a tablespoon of melted butter, a splash of milk, of course a splash of vanilla and a pinch of salt, and then some lemon zest, and then just adjust to get your desired consistency. Make sure that your loaf is completely cool before you pour your icing all over top, otherwise the icing will just melt into it, and honestly the icing is one of the best parts. Give your icing a couple of minutes to set before you cut into it, and then voila, you have the most delicious lemon loaf, I dare say, far better than Starbucks. The lemon flavor is so bright and zesty, the cake itself is everyone's favorite word, moist, and the icing on top is just perfect. I hope you make it and enjoy.